Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Rachelle Glendon. It is lovely to have you here. So if you're new here, I post 2 videos a week. On Tuesdays I post vlogs and on Fridays I post chatty videos like this one, all about slow intentional living for families. I'm currently 37 and a bit weeks, nearly 38 weeks pregnant, so I thought it was about time that I packed my hospital bag. So I thought I would do a what's in my hospital bag video. So the hospital actually where I'm going provides a lot of stuff for you. So they say that you don't really have to bring anything for the baby unless you've got something specific, and also just a going home outfit. And then for the mums, like, you just bring what you want, like your clothes and other bits and pieces. So I will still be bringing a few things from home for the baby, and then I've got a few things here that I wanted to share with you that you may or may not have heard of. So I'm not going to include things like what's in my toiletries bag, because like that's the toothbrush and shampoo and stuff. Like that's all fairly straightforward. I don't have a set like skincare routine or anything that I'm going to be sticking to. I'm just going to be doing the essentials. I'm obviously going to be taking lots of underwear and nighties and slippers and things like that. So the first thing is I'll go through the baby stuff. So the hospital, like I said, does provide blankets for the baby, but I'm going to take this blanket, which was my favorite blanket that I used with Max. It was a pumpkin patch blanket that my friend gave me. Oops. And for swaddling, it's like really stretchy, and I find it to be, and it's really, really soft and smells like babies. The hospital ones aren't stretchy, so if I don't get along with them, then I can always use this as a backup. And then I've got a couple of little onesies that are my absolute favorite. This baby is going to be really big. He's already measuring over 3.5 kilos, and I've still got a week and a half or so to go. So I'm not expecting him to be newborn. Like, I definitely don't need 5 zeros. I've got a few 4-0 things, but I'm expecting him to be, you know, just squeezing into those. So I've got this cute little onesie that's got cats and birds and houses and stuff on it. Anyway, I don't know whether it's even going to fit him, but it's really cute. So that's just for like, because they say like in the hospital, like, they only need to wear a singlet and a blanket. But if we've got visitors and things coming, I know babies wriggle out of their blankets, so I thought it'd be nice to put him in something for like when the grandparents visit and stuff. And then this is the first ever outfit that Max wore in the hospital. Such a cute little, it's a zipper one, just plain blue with white dots, and I just think it's so gorgeous. And I'm not really sentimental in a lot of ways, but for some reason I just want I want them both to wear the same onesie at the start, whatever. And this is the little outfit that Max came home in. This is the outfit that he met Honey in, and I love it. It's this cute little, I love this colour on babies, like, you know, it's like a mint, and it's just like Indian, like little teepees on it, and I think it's just so cute. So I think he'll come home in the same outfit, and he'll meet Honey in the same outfit and everything. So I think that's really lovely. So those are the only things. Oh, one more thing that I'm taking for the baby are these Tushies by Tom's nappies. The hospital provides Huggies, which is fine, and we probably will use a few of them in the first few days. But I personally prefer to use something a little bit more environmentally friendly. These are plant-based. They're made from cornstarch, and they're sustainable. There is a brand called Eco Originals, which is an Australian nappy brand that's like 99% biodegradable. But you have to order them online, and these ones are at the supermarket. I actually just got a bag of the 4 to 8 kilo. I also have the Tom's wipes, which are hypoallergenic and biodegradable and all the rest of it, which is really important to me. So in the same brand, I also have the Tom's maternity pads. These are like clouds. I tried so many different ones. These are amazing. I absolutely love them. They're just so good. And they're also really, you know, they're hypoallergenic and breathable. They're all sorts of toxin free. They are good for sensitive skin, and they're really good for the planet. Again, they're made with plant-based materials, and they're just really comfortable. They're really soft. The lining that touches your skin is really soft. It's not rigid and, like, you know, it's not pressed. You know, some of those maternity pads can be like pressed and they've got like a pattern on them, and they're just hard. These are nice and soft and just really gentle. I love them. I've got a few more packets, but I'll take that. That'll be the start off. So the other things that I have, so nipple cream. I have this one. Yeah, there you go. So this is Miracle Balm by Erica Brooke. It says lips, nips and cuticles. I am going to check with her to make sure that it's okay. Some nipple creams you need to wipe off before you breastfeed. I'm going to send her an email. I have met her actually personally. She's such a lovely lady. So I'm going to email her and just ask if this needs to be wiped off. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't, because it's like all natural ingredients. It's like cocoa butter, coconut oil, beeswax, jojoba, vanilla extract, calendula, and like that's about it. There's a couple of other things. So I'm pretty sure this should be okay, but if for some off chance that I have to wipe this off before breastfeeding, which is actually quite painful, I have got Marcalan. This is my old tube. I think it's probably out of date, so I kept it just so that I remembered what I used last time, and I'll just get a new tube. Marcalan, this one is just like a lanolin one, and you definitely don't need to wipe that off. Now, other nipple care product I have is, these are amazing. I had really cracked nipples and it was horrible for the first probably 2 months. These are kind of moist, so you put them on and it keeps your nipple moist so they don't dry out and continue to crack, and they're just so good. I got this little kit from the Milkmaid Mama. These are reusable like, what do you call them, breast pads. So it's like an absorbent cotton pad. It's really, really soft. I think it might even be bamboo. So they're homemade. Yeah, so that's for sort of like later on. Probably don't need to take these to the hospital. It's more so for once breastfeeding is established and my nipples aren't hurting and stuff. It's to put in your bra so that when you leak, you don't get a wet shirt. I really, really like these. I've given these as gifts and I just wanted them for myself as well. Yeah, so okay, then the next thing I've got is this Weleda nursing tea. You might have heard of Weleda before. They do a really nice stretch mark oil that I've been using. It just, yeah, it's really relieving. Nursing tea it sort of like helps your lactation. So it's got fenugreek, anise, caraway, fennel and lemon. So it just, yeah, supports breastfeeding mums. So also on the breastfeeding side of things, you may or may not have heard of this lovely brand called Franjo's Kitchen. I've got 2 varieties. This is ginger and apricot pregnancy biscuits, so they're for eating for now. So that's just getting all the natural vitamins and fibre and omegas and everything for whilst you're pregnant. And these ones are chip lactation cookies. So I had huge success with lactation cookies with Max. I definitely noticed the difference. If I felt like my supply was kind of dropping, I would have a couple of lactation cookies, and then within the next day my breast milk the supply would just increase. And Max was not a little baby. He went through a period of, in 1 month he gained 2 kilos. Bit of a porker, and I think I think it had to do with how much milk I made. So I'm going to be having these. These were great at the start. My sister actually made me a batch of her own recipe, which I loved as well. But these were good for ongoing, and they're really yummy. They're not too sweet. Some of them can be really sweet to hide the brewer's yeast flavour, but yeah, I really like these. Okay, so then other things that I've got, I have, if you watched my why I'm having an elective caesarean video, you would have heard about this. This is my birth talisman. Yeah, so when I was pregnant with Max, I had a blessing way, and I had a girlfriend bring her crystals, and everyone was able to pick a crystal to include in a talisman that she made me. So I'll be taking that with me. I won't be able to have it in the theatre, but I'll be able to have it, you know, with me or in my bag, just as a little reminder. So I'm going to pack that. Came with little messages, so she did little cards. Everyone you know, it would tell you which crystal they picked for you, and then there's little messages on the back. So I'll reread those over the next few weeks just to remind myself of, you know, how special this time is. I also used in my labour with Max the childbirth labour support oil by Koala Baby. This is, I'm not going to smell it actually because it's got clary sage in it, and clary sage is meant to bring on babies, and I don't want to have the baby early. So I've got my oil. I'll probably put this on as a perfume in the morning. Don't tell the doctor. And yeah, I'll just start smelling it over, you know, when the time gets a little bit closer. And on that as well, I have my hypnobirthing book. I'm not going to be packing the book, but it is something that I will be reading over and over again and flicking through over the next few weeks. I've been doing a visualization of how things will go. I've had a nice meeting with my obstetrician, and I went up to the maternity ward at my last hospital visit and just chatted with them about how things will work and play out in terms of like what happens when, with delayed cord clamping and skin to skin and everything. So I've got a visual image in my head of what it's going to be like, and I've just been going through that visualization, feeling quite relaxed and feeling really like I'm doing the best that I can to prepare. And then finally, one thing that I do want to take, I haven't decided which one. I've got a few books in mind. I'm going to be in hospital for 5 nights, and I know it's going to be quite chaotic. I'm sure I'm going to have some downtime, and I just thought it'd be nice to have something with me that I could just pick up, you know, if I can't sleep. Sometimes I think when you're a new mum and you're like, you know, you just turning on your baby radar, you do struggle to sleep even when the baby is asleep. So instead of flicking through my phone, my intention is to read a book, and I wanted to pick something that was easy to pick up and just kind of, you know, it's nothing too heavy. I'm currently reading the Little Breton Bistro. Mouthful. Especially after talking for 20 minutes. I think I will have finished it by the time I go to hospital. So my backup is Truly Madly Guilty. I think she wrote Big Little Lies. I don't know whether this might be a bit too heavy. It might be. So I'm on the lookout for a nice light romantic comedy fiction kind of book. If you know of one, let me know in the comments below, because I'd like to take something that can just kind of take me away and chill me out and relax me so that I can go to sleep, because I find that reading is the best way for me to just relax. Just half an hour reading a book and I can doze off. Whereas if I was to sit there with my phone, you know, I can tick away 3 or 4 hours easily in the middle of the night watching YouTube videos and stuff. So I want to limit that. Yeah, so that is what I'm taking with me. Obviously there's going to be, like I said, the clothes and toiletries and stuff as well, but I mean that all that stuff's pretty straightforward. You know what that would include. I just wanted to share some of the things that I'm taking specifically that you may or may not have heard of, and I would absolutely love to know some other things that you recommend taking that were a little bit unusual, that you found well, not unusual, but you know what I mean, a little bit out of the ordinary, that you found really useful while you were in hospital. Yeah, so let me know in the comments below, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it, and thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you tuning into this video. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!